Low-key, I am so excited for someday, perhaps maybe, the possibility of the Steam controller coming out. Second Steam controller, because mine is so worn out. Like, it's unironically just dead. It's the rubber on the stick is disappearing. Alright, that is still brewing. Okay, at the end of the stream yesterday when the game crashed, I was off to go get the bins. That's what I was doing. Or bins, jugs. We're gonna go get the jugs from the dump. I saw the snap point there for a moment. I installed the mod that lets me snap attach stuff in the trunk. Feels like a good idea. In fact, okay, where is it? May have to reload for that to work, but point is, okay. And I just realized I never checked to make sure my controller is working. Fantastic. Click on Steam and see if that fixes it, maybe? Be fantastic, no? Alright, unplug and replug the controller. There we go. If you're wondering why I have to go through that rigmarole, the long and short of it is that there is subtle bugs in the way that this version of Unity interacts with Steam input, specifically on Linux. For some reason I can't use my steering wheel at all, for the most part. Helps if I'm, right. Immediately installed. Can you tell it's cold? Oh, lights might be an idea. Where even is the lights? Window heater hazards. I just finished building this, so I'm actually not sure. Why are my headlights non-functional? Well, that's not right. I'm gonna go with bug because of the mod that is installed and just use my light mod here. It's effectively a headlight, right? And immediately slid. Off stream, I had some fun with this. I want to see how fast I could get this vehicle going. The answer was 200 miles an hour. At which point, it was overheating so bad that it, not without a word of a lie, ejected 3 out of 4 pistons from the engine. And drove a significant distance with no oil and a piston missing. Before it ejected the other 2. Motherfucker. That just happened. Because that guy got no collision with that guy, so he stopped in the road. And what we can reattach that. That's why you bring tools with us. Those are gonna be like size 6, probably? Not 7, 6. Ah, they are 7. I should just realize I do actually need that open. Because when I put this on, there's going to be some bolts in there. That I now have to find buried in the bodywork. Assuming that I even have the correct size. Size 8. These bolts are doing a lot to hold this on right now. I'm gonna be real. You know, floating as they are. At least it wasn't a deadly crash, you know? The problem with a rear-wheel drive engine, or rear-wheel drive car in the winter, is it's easy to accidentally over-rev and just spin out. Also, the snow should definitely be melting off by now. What's going on? Set it to, like, half-ish. Warm up the entire car. Of course, it's possible the heater core is just dead, but I hope not. Note to self, definitely buy the skid plate. Alright. Oh, spinning around. Do you like empty plastic cans? Because I like empty plastic cans. Also, the groceries I lost at one time. Occurs to me it's Sunday night. I think I can check the forecast for the upcoming week. Which is actually important because below a certain temperature, this car won't start anymore and I could end up stranded. Wow, I am terrible at this. I don't know why my headlights have quit working. That's a very odd issue. Although, notably, it is warming up in the car. The windows are defrosting. You know, it's funny. There's a you can pay to get the damage to your body straightened out, but there's also an almost why would you to that, because if you just go to wherever you store all your parts, you're gonna have spare parts for every part that's bent aside from like this central like chassis. Hey, a moose. See? Moose. That was definitely intentional. Alright. I'm not gonna turn off the car because I'm not stopping here for more longer than a moment. The reviews that tell you that they died to fall damage are lying to you. Just so you know. There never has been fall damage in summer or winter car. Nope, don't want a job. It's far better financially for me to be unemployed. In this case. Pro tip. I don't know if that's good or bad for my clutch, but I can't imagine it's great. That set of rims, I'm going to be getting hopefully the most sticky rubber tires I can get. Some that don't slide around nearly as much. Although these aren't terrible once you're moving, but Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm thinking through things that I want / need to purchase for this car. I want a race camshaft. I want... tires of a smaller on smaller rims. Because I'm not going for top speed, I'm going for torque. Let's try this again. Yeah, if nothing else, this car drives already too aggressively, and I'm planning to make it more aggressive. Is that a mistake? Maybe. Gonna do it anyway? Absolutely. Yeah, so that is... The headlights are wired in. I don't know why they're not turning on. Alright. So, let's get plunking away at this, shall we? Let's grab a new hood and a new fender, shall we? One's a little bit dented. I'll put it over there. Does this one fit? It do. Okay. Huh. Did the other one have the reflective strip? It did. Okay. And we're gonna want a new hood. It almost works except it gets ejected at the wrong side. Oh, I guess I'm gonna need a new grill too, huh? Surprisingly, the bumper's fine. That one matches, but is there, like, an alternative style one? I think that's might be my only other hood. Alright. Oh, wait, is that? No. It's not the volts I wanted, I don't think. Where do you connect? Because, yeah, those hold the lights on. Okay, so that's for that. That is for that. What is that for? That is for that. I genuinely don't know how to take the grill off. And yes, that is mildly confusing. I can check the weather while I think about it.
Jättijuusto 37, grillipekoni 35, kanahampurilainen 30, vegehampurilainen 32. Tervetuloa herkuttelemaan!
Uh, 188? I don't remember what channel weather is. Yeah, 188. Alright, it's gonna get colder as time goes on, but that's fine. But it's only going down to like minus 14, so. How does this come off? Oh, there it is. That's what I was missing. Rip that particular piece of metal. And I want that one. Because this one is empty. It's also the one I was using. I didn't realize I'd emptied it. Occurs to me to check. Can I spray paint my back bumper? Nope. Worth a shot, though. And just like that, all the damage is repaired. I wonder if the reason it's getting launched is because of those. Could be. All right. Gotta grab the key. The key for the Machtwagen. Which is a Mercedes-Benz 300D, I believe. Oh yeah, apparently if you look at the lock, that's a known bug. Of course, it's diesel. I should probably wait for it to deal with itself. Maximum heat. Mixed direction. Maximum blower. Wait for the glow plug. My intention is literally just moving this out of the way because I want that car there. Oh, it's quite warm. That's what I thought. Just orange paint and some cigarettes. Those can stay there. I want... grab that, and that. And I'm going to take this car here to go get tires put on it. You know, I've been thinking about making a VR mod for this game. I think it could be a lot of fun. Not sure how well it would work. But it'd be fun. This car would unironically be a decent vehicle to do the rally in if the game would let you do that. It doesn't, but it'd be cool if it did. Oh, fuck. Okay, so that was kind of my fault, I'll admit that. That was actually kind of entirely my fault. But in my defense, Penn is a terrible driver too. He, most of the time, isn't on the road anymore by the time you're on the road. Because he just immediately drives off it.
Oi saatana!
In fact, here he is, in his HEPA. If we watch him long enough, he will almost certainly just drive off the road and get stuck. Because my accident would have been right here-ish. Yep. Wonder why I dumped those out of my inventory as I was dying. They stay in your inventory, they just get respawned at 0-0, which is, you know, the house. It's problematic. Also, if you're wondering why I no-clicked back, got an answer for that too. Good luck getting a ride over here, and you won't survive the walk. Alright, thoughts are happening. There we go. Just quickly assassinate Moose, cup it up, and climb inside, voila, warmth. Listen, listen. I'm not Anakin Skywalker. I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Terve, terve! Mikä oli pojalla mielessä?
Not much, just getting these over here so I can grab them through the wall if you're not here. Thank you for paying for the scrap that I definitely delivered a while back. Alright, and, yeah. You know what? I already have these ones. These are the ones that are best for that, isn't it? What's the... Okay, and I need this to make my car street legal. Or this. But probably this. Because I don't think you can do the rally tires. So... What are the differences in the tires? My winter car... tires. Wheel types. Summer tires, Gomer tires. Standard winter tires. There is an... Okay, apparently there is, like, other brands of tire that we just can't get yet. The top one is studs. The lower the other middle one is studless winter tire. The low, okay, studded winter tire. Okay, I'll go for that then. Yeah, you can't see it, but I've got the wiki page open to tires. Description, pros, cons. Okay, how are you supposed to get the Hecapilitia, however that's pronounced, winter tires? I don't want to actually buy tires, Google. Says right in the game what it is. Oh, I know, that's fair. It does say that. Anyway, 14-inch rim. What do the different numbers mean? That's the other thing I want to know. The rim and size. So I want a 14-inch, and I'm guessing... Okay, so that's going to be 14-inch. I'm guessing that's the sidewall size then? Alright. Additionally... fast road sprint rally race. I want that. Do I want the 4-barrel carb or the 2-barrel carb? Those were... Are those the ones that are linked, or is it this one that's linked? One of these is much harder to set up than the other. I'm gonna go for that. Probably best. And I'll just grab one of each of those as well. All right. Time to go do some working on the car, right? I'm glad we don't have to pay for things off the card for everything. I mean, it is 1999, so it makes sense that cash is still the default. So they ought to go. I got bedtime these days as the mask people show up soon to hook me up to the machine. Hook me up to the Matrix. Listen. I know they told you that you're being a battery, but the reality is you're actually the CPU. That's the actual lore. They changed it to batteries because people in the late 90s generally weren't, you know, knowledgeable about computers to the point where that would make sense as an explanation for them. If they remade it today, which I doubt they would, but if they did, they would use the battery explanation, or not. They would use the CPU explanation. They could use the battery explanation, but I doubt they would. Well, they might, because some people are like, but the first time through, you know. Yeah, you're probably right. But then everyone knows what a CPU is. They might not know what it does, but they're aware of its existence. A lot of people call the box under their desk a CPU, even though it's a box that contains a CPU and many other things, right? So, even if they got the wrong impression, they would still understand what it is that the people are being used for, right? I mean, okay, that might be the case. It might absolutely be the case, but if, like... Why do people have no curiosity left in their lives? That hurts. Also, incoming weather system be concerning? But also, a lot of people do refer to the box under their desk that the monitor's plugged into as the CPU, not the computer. They refer to the component rather than the object Even though they're referring to the object, they're calling it by the component. So I think it would make sense. Honestly, you'd probably be worse off using the battery metaphor these days. Or at the very least, holding up Duracell. Because while batteries are still somewhat commonplace, they're nowhere near as pervasive as they were in the 90s. Alright. You know, technically, you could take your phone or a tablet or something to bed. I have a laptop beside my bed. Have a good night, alright? Just giving you options. Probably not the best for sleep hygiene, to be fair. That's actually super fair, yeah. You could get one of those arms that you stick between your mattress and well, whatever's underneath your mattress. Hold your phone up over you. Technically an option. This car, actually, I really like it. This sorbet. Okay, how the hell did you end up moving like that? Night night. You know what? I'm actually going to back into that instead of pull forward. It is so broken that that's a thing. It's a known bug, but it is so broken. Oh, I almost forgot the parts that I bought. Well, that's gonna make driving harder. Not that I'm planning to drive immediately, but I am going to want the wiring mass if I can find it. I don't know. Does it show up in this? It does not appear to be. No. Okay. There it is. Honestly, just that's what I wanted to see. And I believe that that is going to be size 8. And of course, I love it when I get spam. Tastes delicious. Throw it in a pan. You guys probably couldn't see that, but yeah. Off with the air cleaner. I don't think I even... Do I use that with this? I don't know. Find out. Maybe that might work. Is there anything in the catalog that might be relevant here? I'm curious. I mean, I want the skid... I want that. The extra fuel tank would also be fantastic for the weight and also for the capacity. That was already too light in Summer Car. That is just ridiculous. Alright, doesn't look like it. Okay. where does this go? That's a fuel pump. That's the carburetor box. That's the better alternator. Yeah, rev limiter. Where does the rev limiter go? Guessing somewhere over here. Where does one install a rev limiter? I'm gonna Google it. Rev limiter. Mounted to the side of the ignition coil. Okay. The ignition coil will be this guy, I believe. Size 6. I did get 6. Oh, it's not it's a screw. Now, I want to limit the RPM to... Let's go 7,000 RPM. That seems like reasonable. Ah, it actually... Okay, this actually suggests 8,800 RPM. So, how many ticks is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 8,800 would be there. Okay. Cool. Feels like a good idea, considering. Yeah, I just realized is how much of the engine I'm gonna have to take apart to get that out. Huh. Luckily, I can do a lot of it in situ, but... I could paint those as well. Really? Okay. Try that again. Really? Well, that's strange. Presumably there's a bug or something, I don't know. Alright, so I need to take the tying belt off. Which is a whole mess on its own. $86? That's fine. This is gonna be problematic. I have to set this up again, and I can't get to the right height. Let's do this, maybe.
Saatana.
Here we go. Oh. Where's home? Home is... somewhere.
Saatana.
Alright, now... I believe I also need to align that. Or is there something else I need to align? Although, everything else should... Well, no, I do actually need to... What are the two bits that I need to align when I change the belt? Timing belt. Oh, apparently you can get timing belts from the Classifieds magazine or from Clutari. Apparently. Oh, okay, but that's for used ones. That makes sense. I thought it was talking about the one in the garage. What do I actually need for the inspection? Why can I not find the inspection page? I can find the receipt. I can't find the inspection. I want to know if anything I've changed here technically invalidates the... Yeah. Okay, why am I struggling to find the list of requirements? I don't need a real inspection. I swear to God, you put my winter car in the word video game and it still thinks you're trying to buy tires, right? Also, we needed a port of actual mop. Okay. So camshaft. Alright, it looks like there's no... Yeah, okay. I do need the... You know what? Here's an idea. I'm gonna go to the guides, and I'm also gonna turn on screen cap so you guys can see. I'm gonna build... Yeah, this. I want to know about the timing belt, which would be this. So, did that. I guess that's the only one. I could have sworn there was two things that I needed to adjust for that. Oh well, we'll find out. Sorry, I was just fixing that so you guys had like a good frame rate again. You know, I'm gonna put on a little bit of music here. Let's go with the music from Cyberpunk, maybe? Or maybe, oh, you know what, we can go, no. Not a lot of music in Darwinia. Although, yeah, you know what, it's 26 minutes of music, and it's probably fine. So we'll listen to Darwinia's soundtrack. I feel like I'm missing something. Why can I not install that? Oh, is it gonna force me to take the fan and everything off? I think it is. Go on. You know you want to. How the hell do I do this? I do wish the game had some method of indicating to me why I can't install that. Why can I not get the timing belt on? Very irritating. My winter car can't get timing belt on. To install something about it, you need to remove the water pump wheel or another wheel next to it. I did that. Didn't do much. But I'll do it again. Well, I can only hope that I didn't mess up something by doing that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought it was telling me, oh, these ones are, you know, different bolt sizing. That's not how bolts work. Okay. Alright, so now we've got a other more different fuel pump. With an other more different carburetor. Do we do the alternator? I think we do. Don't need it, but I want it. The alternator's there. Oh, I just realized I've been adjusting this alternator every time, and I'm about to remove it. Good job, me. If I can remember how to remove it. Does it come with that bracket? No, it comes with those 2 points. That is a mean looking alternator. Alright, so we need to do air fuel. Where's the adjustment bolt in this one? Is that the only one? I'm guessing yes. I'm going to save and reload the game prior to attempting to start that. Because attempting to start that without doing that could result in holes in the engine, so... if avoidable, why not avoid? Do-do-do... Wonder if my new mod's gotten any traction yet. Alright, so let's see what we get when we start her up. You know what helps? Installing the battery. Why is the battery not going in? There we go. Actually, I do want that open. Alright, so it appears to be about 18. Or a lot. I should turn off that. Part of the problem here is that there isn't going to be any fuel in that new pump yet. And I've killed the battery. One of these days, he's gonna manage to fix all the little things that throw you up in the air, but it's not that big of a deal at the moment. Good to know that he has implemented the, if you put the bolts in wrong, you electrocute yourself and or catch it on fire. Yet. Come on. Okay, battery starter. Battery radiator. Oh, I don't have that connected. Battery harness. You know what, let's, parts. The battery should be in here somewhere. A wiring array, neat. I'm trying to find the battery itself, though, instead of the wiring. Fun fact. That's how you toggle that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to poke the FSM state for that. Which is currently mouse off, apparently? Let's try this again. The combination of bad mix plus the... Yeah, no, there's just a couple of reasons why that's not working. Curious, is it? Interesting. Okay. Really, it does very slowly discharge. Still doing it. Okay. Bring down the air fuel mixture. I am going to turn it off. I'm going to see what my winter car editor says, because I'm curious what it thinks might be wrong. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Interestingly, it actually thinks it's fine. I'm looking at the rivet report right now, and other than like some worn out parts, I've actually got everything correct. It just needed more power, I guess, more time to get fuel into the pump. Also, it might not be terrible for me to do an oil change in the semi-near future. Other than that, I mean, I'd say that the oil is still like 80%, but eventually. Really? Okay, so why is it not starting? I cannot find an issue in the editor. Is it the lack of a rocker cover? Because it should run without that. Rocker cover is very optional. I mean, it's not optional long term, but for this it should be. It's worth a shot. Where? Okay, so it is in what state? It's an update. Okay. Why is it so not starting? It only has to start once, because I strongly believe this is a fuel thing, but... You know, the worst part is I can't tell it to just charge. And I'm not sure what is updating this. Because I don't think it's its own state. No, it's not. So what is updating the battery? Alright, well, only one thing to do, really. Well, two things to do, really. One, put this on to charge, and two, buy a couple of spares. Let's take this guy just for fun. Won't be as fast, but we can get to the PSK and back in it. Interesting that the hotkeys for starting it aren't working anymore. I think the battery messes with the ignition keys for some reason. Okay, that's fair. Wait, did they model an entirely new radio? They totally did. Alright, to the PSK for like probably 2-3 batteries. Just realized I should probably use the car's own lights. Of course. I just noticed how low on fuel this thing is, so I'm gonna have to fill it while I'm there.
Tätä
I just had an idea for how I could potentially implement a every car tweaker. It'll be a bit tricky, but I think I can do it. Oh. So I wonder where that went. If nothing else, it'll make it easier to drive. I think the gas tank's on the left side, but I might be wrong. Nope, it's on the other side. Alright, I'll pull through. Okay, half the controls don't seem to be working right now. Because my numpad didn't work just now either. Fuck. Luckily, it doesn't charge you if you don't take any. Price is fine. I was just in my head debating, did I do this like the worst possible time? But no, it's fine. Fuck, that was already 200 marks? God damn, okay. Well, that's enough for this, at the very least. I'm not that concerned. I want to buy, like, 3 car batteries. Letterator! You know what's impressive is that if you believe the speedometer, the rear wheels were just spinning at 80 kilometers an hour while I was basically not moving. And now I'm stuck right where the bus will hit me if it comes through. There we go. I don't know why I just heard the sound of a car locking cars lock. You know what? You know I'm trying to spit out the gloop gloop.
Ai, 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 ai.
All right, trying to throw in a letterator and see if she starts. And yes, I am pumping the gas. Like, I did put this on, right? Like... Yeah, I did. I want to check something. I'm gonna save and reload the game. If it then immediately starts, that is the most BS problem ever, but... it wouldn't be the first time. I'm an idiot. I just realized what's likely going on here. On the back of this, there is a bolt. So apparently not, but still worth a try. Why are you not starting? Okay. I'm going to call it there. Have a good night, everyone. I have to use the bathroom really badly, and I'm going to be well. And I'm tired, so have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of... until I'm live again, really. Good night.